they're done. And it's no wonder everyone avoided them like the plague.
TMZ just dropped a bomb on Blake Lively.
Could Hollywood's golden couple be hiding something darker beneath the sparkle? Behind the flawless red carpets and picture-perfect smiles, whispers tell a different story, one of quiet manipulation and control. What once seemed like effortless charm now looks more like calculated power. And as the spotlight grows hotter, the illusion begins to crack. A storm is forming behind the glamour, one that could shatter their polished image and reveal secrets no one ever expected.
Still waiting on the amended lawsuit from Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. They're supposed to be adding names or evidence, who knows, but today is the due.
On the set of one of the year's most anticipated blockbusters, the real drama wasn't unfolding on camera, it was happening behind it. Insiders began murmuring about a hidden power struggle, a quiet war for creative control between two of Hollywood's biggest stars. While audiences will see flawless performances and dazzling effects, the script itself was shifting, rewritten, and reshaped under unseen tension. Behind closed doors, egos collided, alliances formed, and the illusion of perfection began to unravel, exposing the fragile balance that keeps Hollywood's machine running.
All the messages between them all, and which he's been putting out, obviously, and it just seems like a pair of absolute weapons-grade narcissists.
The film, known for its star-studded cameos and razor-sharp humor, was meant to be light, fun, and effortless. But as production moved forward, something changed. The playful energy that once filled the set faded into something tense, unspoken. Improvised laughter was replaced by rigid rewrites, and every scene felt like a battle between vision and control. What began as a joyful collaboration slowly transformed into a silent confrontation where every line, every edit, hid traces of a much deeper conflict.
My favourite story, I think, in showbiz this year, the Justin Baldoni war with Blake Lively, which seems to me...
Rumors began to spread like wildfire, quiet conversations on set, abruptly deleted messages, and cryptic voicemails hinted that something deeper was unfolding, something far more deliberate than simple creative differences. Whispers of power plays. Subtle sabotage. A silent battle for control. At the center of it all stood Hollywood's golden pair, he, the sharp-witted actor whose charisma could command any screen, and she, the poised partner whose effortless charm made them the industry's ultimate dream couple. To the world, they were untouchable, balancing fame, family, and flawless image with ease. But beneath the glamour, fractures had begun to form. And as those cracks widened, a storm gathered on the horizon, one that threatened to expose a version of them the public was never meant to see.
Blake Lively did not even read the book that the movie was based on.
Correct.
And we're not talking...
It all began on set, where excitement and star power were supposed to collide. What started as a playful showcase of cameos quickly began to sour. The project was pitched as a celebration of Hollywood's finest, quick appearances, clever winks to longtime fans, and inside jokes for the industry's elite. At first, the energy was electric. Every cameo promised laughter, surprise, and nostalgia. But as filming went on, that light-hearted spark began to fade. Whispers rippled across the crew. Scenes were suddenly rewritten. Moments once filled with humor were replaced by abrupt changes no one could explain. Entire sequences were altered overnight, as though someone behind the scenes was scrambling to seize control of the film's creative direction. What had once felt like collaboration now resembled quiet chaos. Crew members later recalled heated exchanges behind closed doors, raised voices, slammed doors, and egos clashing over the smallest details. It was like watching a chess match in real time, one insider said. The playful atmosphere vanished, replaced by unease. Each new rewrite sparked suspicion that the battle on set wasn't just about the story, it was about power. The breaking point came when a veteran actor, known for calm professionalism, walked off mid-scene, visibly furious. Under his breath, he muttered one word: sabotage. For many, it confirmed their worst fears, that certain roles were being deliberately minimized. A cameo once meant to shine had been stripped of its magic, leaving the actor betrayed and the crew shaken. The spirit of collaboration had fractured. What began as a joyful ensemble piece had become a ruthless contest, where every creative decision was weighed not for art, but for advantage. Behind the camera, It wasn't about story anymore, it was about who would come out on top. Then came the leaks, text messages, voicemails. Private exchanges between the film's central figures began surfacing online. Gone was the polished camaraderie of red carpets, replaced by a tone that was cold, strategic, and sharp. Each message read like a move in a game of psychological warfare. One voicemail in particular sent shockwaves through the industry, calm, measured, yet unmistakably threatening. It hinted that creative choices weren't being made for artistic reasons, but to undercut someone else's influence. Insiders who heard it called it chilling, more the voice of a strategist than a co-star. The project had become a battlefield. Dialogue was weaponized. Rewrites were tactical strikes. By the film's midpoint, whispers had grown into open talk. The joyful comedy had turned into a power struggle, a tug-of-war for narrative control. The cameras kept rolling, but everyone knew the real drama was unfolding off-screen. The leaked voicemail changed everything. It suggested that one of Hollywood's most beloved duos might not be partners at all, but rivals in a high-stakes game of image and dominance. Suddenly, the film wasn't about cameos or laughter anymore. It was about control and the lengths people would go to keep it. Industry insiders took notice. What began as gossip now reached the studio boardrooms. Executives who once celebrated the couple's creative freedom were now holding crisis meetings. Discussions shifted from storytelling to damage control. Every cameo contract, every rewrite decision, was scrutinized. Then came the breaking point, a critical scene rewritten overnight. A major actor, whose cameo had generated early buzz, found his role abruptly cut down. Witnesses described the tension on set as electric, a mix of anger, suspicion, and betrayal. The actor stormed off, muttering about deceit and sabotage. In that moment, the private war became public. What followed was a domino effect. Industry whispers turned to headline A-listers at parties, swapped theories, while journalists hunted for proof. What emerged was a cautionary tale, a reminder that even Hollywood's most perfect couples can crumble under ambition. Behind their glittering smiles and effortless chemistry, people now saw something else: calculation. Every vague interview answer, every red carpet glance, was dissected for meaning. Fans debated endlessly online. Was it ruthless strategy or exaggerated rumor? The truth was murky, but the damage was real. As production dragged toward its final days, the tension became impossible to hide. What began as a love letter to Hollywood had turned into a mirror reflecting the industry's darker truths. Cameos had become currency. Collaboration had become competition. The project no longer symbolized celebration, it symbolized control. When the film finally premiered, critics could sense it. Yes, the humor was there, the charm intact, but something felt off. Transitions were uneven. The tone flickered, every frame carried the invisible fingerprints of conflict. Audiences watched differently now. Each scene was a clue. Each joke, a coded message. The movie had transformed from entertainment into evidence, a public autopsy of ambition. And as the credits rolled, one question lingered: was this chaos just a clash of egos, or a glimpse into a deeper shift in Hollywood's balance of power? Because in this town, image is everything, and the pursuit of control can cost more than fame, it can cost the very soul of the story itself.